ago, 65 people either interrogated, invited, investigated. Some of them are standing trial, as you do know, and some 280 cases so far have been established of having merit. Well, another one, which we know there's an ongoing active investigation into it by the Office of Special Prosecutor, is this SML deal. You recall 2 days ago, the Special Prosecutor's Office, together with the operatives of the National Intelligence Bureau, searched the offices of SML. They have indicated they're going to go to court, but it's also one that caught the interest of the oral preparatory team, the printing of the money by the Bank of Ghana. Apart from that as well, you see this All Africa Games expenditure, 608 million. That's $48 million at that prevailing rate at the time. All of this captured in the Operation Recover All Those Preparatory Teams report. But then again, a man who knows and worked as a member of this oral preparatory team and knows the over 2,000 cases captured in their report, Martin Kpebu, is a private legal practitioner. He's joining us, a member of the oral preparatory team that has rounded up his work. They are done with their work. The Attorney General has that sole responsibility of now executing in the details of the said oral report. Counsel, good evening. Thank you for joining us. I mean, big deal, the fight against corruption. Going into the election, you served on this oral preparatory team. You've done your work. What's your own assessment of the pace of work so far on the report that you submitted? How does it strike you?
I must say that when it comes to progress of work, it's extremely difficult to judge, you see, because what's happening is that, there's a new government and they just took over. Everybody needed to settle. So I would say that, and you see, we handed over our report to the president, and the president handed over same to the Attorney General on Monday, is it 10th or 11th of February? Yeah, it was a Monday, right? So from that time to now, it hasn't been that much time. And investigations take time, right? So it's extremely difficult to pass judgment at this stage. So I would say that let's give a bit more time so that we will then be in a better position to, pass judgment. Of course, we will not forget that the Attorney General has promised that the last one, actually he said the last, I hope I haven't mixed them up. He said the last update was a thriller in Manila, and that from there we'll be going to Rumble in the Jungle, right? So it's something that we are all looking forward to, right? So that we shouldn't run ahead of the Attorney General. That's very important. I know people are very expectant, and the Attorney General himself knows. He himself said it, that he had monitored social media and he had seen how citizens had become very expectant of the oral, project, right? And so they were expecting oral to deliver results. So it was giving extreme pressure, etc. So for the man in the saddle himself to tell you that he's well aware of the enormous pressure and the expectations and etc., then I would take it that he's doing his best. Yes, I would say so. I'm willing to, grant him the benefit of the doubt.
Right, and you're right about the reference that you gave, and that's a video we just played, that the Attorney General said that if all what we've been hearing is to be described as a thriller in Manila, and you didn't have this Kwabena Duboahing case captured in oral. It was outside of the oral cases. But then again, he says there's a lot that's been happening. What we should be expecting in the coming days, hopefully with the updates tomorrow, setting the pace, would be Rumble in the Jungle. I mean, does that expression influence your expectation ahead of tomorrow, that update of the oral investigations?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Like Ali would say, the killer and the trailer and the chiller. Yeah. You know, because today we are doing all Ali, right? He said the killer and the trailer and the chiller. So tomorrow, so it would be the killer and the trailer and the chiller. Of course, so he'll be giving us the right updates. And, you know, it promises to be, you know, very fulfilling, it will live up to the billing. Yeah, you can trust that Dr. Ayine and his deputies, Remsai, will do the needful. They would not do so much hype if they didn't intend to bring a lot of information. And we all know how the Dubois case, Ayine gave a lot of information that even to the extent that critics were saying it was too much. But I see that it did a lot because it answered a lot of the questions. And so anytime you hear Ayine is going to hold a press conference, then you know that you would have a lot of information. And that's good because look, we've debunked that myth that an investigator can give updates. I like to reference for football fans. I like to give this recent example so that it can, resonate with football fans. And I know a lot of Ghanaians are football fans. You see the EPL. When Liverpool were celebrating their recent win of the EPL, okay, this in the cup, somebody drove into the crowd and injured a lot. Quite a number of people, I should say. When the Merseyside police came to give their update, they said, yes, look, they came to give the public as much information as they could and said based on what they knew at that time, the following were the charges. And they told us what they were. Then said, but investigations are ongoing. And so they would keep an eye on the charges. If later investigations reveal that those charges were not appropriate, they would change same. Please, this Merseyside police, that's the Liverpool, let me call it, the incident that happened. That is what the police in England said. Based on what has happened now, these are the possible charges. Going forward, if anything changes, we would change the charges. But here we were, the last Ayine gave us a lot of information. Critics who were just bent on saying something negative kept saying, no. How do you do that? Well, that's not how it's done. It's false. So I've given a very recent example, one that I believe because a lot of people follow the EPL, they will be able to remember it. Or if they don't remember, they can Google it and see that police would always give updates. And as and when the facts change, they will change the charges. There's nothing wrong. So we are expectant. We are expecting Dr. Ayine tomorrow to give us a killer, a trailer, and a chiller. Those are Muhammad Ali's words. Yes.
Well, that's Rumble in the Jungle. You say it's a killer, chiller, what? Tanzo?
A trailer and a chiller. That's what Muhammad Ali used to describe, what was going to happen with the trailer in Manila.
I do appreciate your time. Martin Kpebu is a private legal practitioner. He is a member of the Operation Recover All Loot preparatory team. They've done their work now. And tomorrow, as we've indicated to you, the Attorney General, as advertised, will be giving a major address of the investigations into the oral report so far, and which cases that they have been able to develop enough evidence and worth prosecuting. So stay with us. That press conference, crucial one by the Attorney General, is going to be live on TV3 and also on 3FM 92.7 and across all Media Journal platforms. So stay with us tomorrow. We'll bring you that one. But coming up